A brain-computer interface that decodes continuous language from non-invasive recordings would have many scientific and practical applications. Currently, however, non-invasive language decoders can only identify stimuli from among a small set of words or phrases. Here we introduce a non-invasive decoder that reconstructs continuous language from cortical semantic representations recorded using functional magnetic resonance imaging (fMRI). Given novel brain recordings, this decoder generates intelligible word sequences that recover the meaning of perceived speech, imagined speech and even silent videos, demonstrating that a single decoder can be applied to a range of tasks. We tested the decoder across cortex and found that continuous language can be separately decoded from multiple regions. As brain-computer interfaces should respect mental privacy, we tested whether successful decoding requires subject cooperation, and found that subject cooperation is required both to train and to apply the decoder. Our findings demonstrate the viability of non-invasive language brain-computer interfaces. This study demonstrates the ability of non-invasive brain-computer interfaces to decipher continuous languages, and suggests that these techniques can be applied in a variety of practical fields. These decoders can use functional magnetic resonance imaging (fMRI) to recover meaning from recorded cortical semantic representations, and restore the meaning of perceived speech, imagined speech, and silent video to an understandable word sequence. The discovery that continuous languages can be decoded separately in multiple areas highlights the flexibility of this technique, and demonstrates the viability of these brain-computer interfaces. However, since mental privacy must be considered when using these techniques, it has also been found that topical cooperation is necessary to train and apply these decoders. These findings promote the advancement of brain-computer interface technology and open up the possibility of applying it in a variety of practical fields using non-invasive language decoders. Does non-invasive mean measuring brain waves without wrapping or touching your head? Non-invasive means a method of measuring brain activity without direct brain manipulation or intrusion. In other words, it does not plant electrodes directly in the brain or invade brain tissue, but it usually detects brain activity using non-invasive techniques such as brain waves, functional magnetic resonance imaging, fMRI, and electronic brain diagram. Therefore, the non-invasive language decoder mentioned in this paper is also a technique for interpreting semantic representations in the brain using functional magnetic resonance imaging, fMRI. Using a magnetic resonance device means that you can't use it in normal human activities and that it's measured only when a human is in a magnetic resonance device? Yes, functional magnetic resonance imaging, fMRI, is a technique that uses magnetic fields to detect brain activity. This requires the target to be located within a magnetic resonance device. Therefore, it cannot be used normally, and the brain activity of the subject is measured and analyzed in a magnetic resonance device for research or diagnosis purposes. In the end, the technology to read thoughts doesn't read the thoughts of people far away, it only detects and decodes the brain waves of people in the equipment. That's right. At the moment, the technology to read human brain waves and decipher thoughts directly has not yet been developed. Non-invasive brain-computer interface technology is a technology that detects and analyzes brain activity using magnetic resonance imaging, fMRI, or brain waves. This allows you to control the brain's response to certain stimuli, such as predicting it or giving specific commands. However, these technologies detect and decode the brain activity of subjects in the equipment, and the technology to directly read the thoughts of distant people has not yet been developed. Back to the non-invasive brain and computer papers, so is there a possibility that computers can control the human brain? In general, it is impossible with current technology to control the human brain completely. Research is underway on how to control brain activity through brain-computer interactions, but the applicability of these technologies and ethical issues are still under discussion. So at the moment, it's unlikely that you have complete control of the human brain. So what is a possible command at the current level of technology that if a computer orders a human body to move, humans will copy it? At the current level of technology, computers cannot give orders to move the human body. This is because the human nervous system is complexly connected, and human movement is determined by several factors. In order for computers to control human movement, they need technology to fully understand human nerves and muscles, and to control them effectively. In addition, since there are great risks to human life and safety, regulations and ethical concerns will be needed even if these technologies are developed.